Welcome, everyone, to Weekend Escapades. Today, we are back in the desert looking for ghost towns and historic locations to share with you, and we think we found quite a little gem. This is 12 miles south of St. George, Utah, and it's off of Warner Valley Road. This is Fort Pearce. Now, this is one of three remaining forts that were built during the Black Hawk Wars, and this was actually a time where they were raiding in between 1865 and 1870, during which the Ute tribe that was led by Chief Black Hawk and other Native American allies attempted to drive Mormons from the Ute traditional homelands. They were very upset that they were there, so mounted Ute raiding parties, often joined by Navajos, stole Mormon livestock, attacked outlying ranches, and local settlers. Now, these were just a few photos of what we took here at the fort, and we're going to share the complete walkthrough with you here at the end, and also the Anasazi petroglyphs that are here on the property right next to the fort on the cliffs. And also, I'd like to say thank you for everybody who's supporting the channel, and if you really enjoy the content, please like and subscribe, as it helps with the YouTube algorithm and build the channel even more. Now, during the Black Hawk Wars, more than 100 Native Americans and at least 70 Mormons were killed during the raiding. To protect their herds and homes, the Mormon militia constructed and built these guard posts, or these forts, along major trails and corridors in central and southern Utah. 4 to 6 armed men with horses were stationed at each post. While a raider would be in the area, the rider would race to the nearest settlement with a warning. Horses were stabled at night in the guard posts to ensure an early warning ride could be made without any delay. Now, this fort was approximately 42 feet long and 22 feet wide. The walls were about 7 to 8 feet high, and it had one exterior door. The interior of the structure was divided by a partition wall into 2 rooms. Now, on the northwest and the southwest corners of the building are flanking walls and 10 vertical firing slits, or gun ports. They were constructed near the tops of the walls, where visibility would be best to be able to see, of course, any attackers or raiders that may be in the area. Now, the next set of gun slits or gun ports in the wall that we're going to see is looking over the Fort Pearce Wash. This was one of the primary routes along which the Ute Navajo horsemen traveled to raid the livestock herds and settlements of the St. George Basin. And here is those gun ports that I was mentioning. Now, this guard post, or fort as it is known, was manned at least intermittently from 1866 until 1873, when peace negotiations and U.S. Army actions ended the raiding that was known in Utah as the Black Hawk War. All of this sandstone was quarried at a different location and hauled here and built by 20 men. Now, it is said that this was a roofless structure. When I was here standing in it, I was thinking how hot it would be in the summer to be in this building with just one door and a few slit windows. And then I found out there was no roof, so you would have been standing in the blazing sun as well, or trying to find a shade spot to sit behind a wall. Sounds pretty hot to me, and miserable. The walls on this fort were very thick, and it was built very sound. That's why it still exists today. And it was also built in an area with a 360-degree view all the way around it. What a great location to be able to have that visibility for its purpose. And here's just part of the view that you'll see off the backside, looking kind of, I guess it would be east, southeast. And this is what I believe, it didn't say anything, but this looks like the stable that they had below the fort. As you can see, it was a structure that was built there. So there was the fort, and there was the stable area. If anybody knows for sure and I'm incorrect, please let me know in the comments below, but this looks like it was the stables to me. Now, on past these so-called stables, we're going to walk about 400 yards. We're just below the fort, and as we're walking down, you can see these amazing sandstone formations, full of color and beautiful. When water mixes with sandstone and it gets to running over these sandstone cliffs, it makes amazing natural art. And as we walk up this trail, you'll see that stone laying at an angle, and that makes kind of a tunnel there. And as I was looking at it, I thought, well, that's really interesting that it fell there like that. And I was looking for the petroglyphs alongside the cliff, and they were right in front of me on that stone that had fallen. And here they are. It looks like there's a couple of deer or bighorn sheep and some other artwork that I don't know what it is, but amazing to think that all of this was carved in this stone thousands of years ago. Now I continued on down the trail looking for some more petroglyphs and what they were calling some painted artwork that was on the stones, and I don't think I was able to go far enough. It was fairly steep and narrow in a couple of parts, and I just wasn't feeling up to going all the way back and seeing that, but I will come back another time and see if I can find those painted petroglyphs in the area. But you can see the walk back here. It was a little bit steep in some of the areas. Maybe I was on the wrong trail and should have turned around, but still an amazing view, so I thought I'd share my attempt to find the other petroglyphs. We hope you enjoyed our visit to Fort Pearce today as much as we did. And until our next adventure, goodbye from Weekend Escapades.